Tottenham in the Postelegraph team. That's going to be heavy for Tottenham. That's going to be really heavy for Tottenham. One don't really expect much from Tottenham this season, but picking up an injury for someone like Madison is a huge one for Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham manager Angel Postecoglou says James Madison injury does not look great as he waits to find out the extent of the problem before Thursday. Europa League semi-final, second leg against Bodo Glimt. So the only thing that can happen for Tottenham this season is the Europa League, and at the same time, Manchester United is also in Europa League. So it's hopefully they will be expecting to go to the final after the first leg win in the semi-final. Hopefully they will be looking to go to the finals, and hopefully we think that they might be meeting Manchester United in the final in this one. But so far, the concern for Tottenham Hotspur as they go into the second leg of the Europa League semi-final is Madison's injury. And nevertheless, at the same time, Bayern, James Bondi, and Bayern Munich and Kane, of course, completed their win of the Bundesliga league. So Harry Kane, now finally won his first accolade with Bayern Munich as far as the title league is concerned, and he's a league winner. Finally, and this one happening with company's team in the Bundesliga. So Harry Kane, the English striker, has finally won his title with Bayern Munich. Of course, earlier today, fantastic win for Brentford. They beat Manchester United 4-3 as Manchester United fight back late, but not enough. They fought back late in the game, but not enough. Last goal coming from Amad Diallo for Manchester United, but the damage was already done earlier in the game with Luke Shaw's own goal, starting off the shameful show of Manchester United today again. And of course, Skade with the 33 and the 78th minute goal, and Weiser to complete things for Brentford at the 74th minute goal. But then Mount start things off for Manchester United anyway. But Gnacio's 82 minutes goal wasn't going to be enough to get Manchester United back on track. And even when Amad Diallo added his goal, it's not enough. So right now, as it is on the table, Manchester United still languishing in the 15th position with 39 points all season. That's disgraceful. Really. We're talking about Manchester United here. Are you kidding me? By financial capacity, the biggest club in English football, second behind Real Madrid. That's a very easy goal there for you, man. Come on. That's a very easy goal for you there. Very easy goal for you there. I don't know how you get it so easily, though. Inter Milan will be hoping to start this way tomorrow, but this is just our own way of, preparing for tomorrow's game. It's Tuesday's game between Inter Milan and Barcelona. They will hope to start very easy like that with Barcelona, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. It's going to be really tough, a tough game. But Inter Milan has a chance to go to the semis. They're playing this one at home against Barcelona. So going back to the Premier League, earlier today, Chelsea beat the champion. The new crown champion. We're well beaten. That is the best way we can put the word. They're well beaten because they were beaten 3-1 by Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The last time these two meet, the Liverpool team beat Chelsea at Anfield. But in the return leg today, Chelsea beat Liverpool 3-1. And it was another goal for Cole Palmer to restart his drought, although it was never in doubt that he was always going to come back, even though this one was from a penalty kick. But at the same time, he got his goal from a penalty spot to get back on track to scoring. So hopefully he can get more chance and better chance in the future. Liverpool as well, the champion, didn't put up a very good show anyway. The whole 90 minutes was lackluster from Liverpool. So Cole Palmer's talents is worthy of the highest Champions League stage. So everybody is expecting that Champions League top 4 is open for Chelsea to fight for. Even though it doesn't look like Newcastle United is about to yield easily. But look, the Champions League is still very much open for everybody on the table. Even Arsenal is not out of the wood as far as the Champions League top 4 is concerned. Let's see, there is 3 games left for most of these teams, 3 games left and 4 games left for Nottingham Forest, in which they're going to take tomorrow. So, assuming for any reason at all, Champions League is still very much in doubt for Arsenal, because if they lose all games and Nottingham Forest win all games, it means, one way or the other, a team like Nottingham Forest or even Aston Villa still have a shot at it. They still have a shot at it. So, between Arsenal, Manchester City, Newcastle United, and Chelsea, they have to fight it hard. But we are saying now that Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa is still very much in the mix. Still very much in the mix. And they can still fight it out there. Hold on, I need to set my... I think my... something wrong with my sound system. That's very much okay. Very much okay. All right. So Nottingham Forest is very much still in the game, and Aston Villa still very much in the game too for Champions League. And Arsenal has to keep looking their back. Manchester City looks like they are back in their old self. They're doing very much right now. They're playing very well. They're winning games, and that's what it requires. And if they can't take that momentum into the next season, that will have been a very, very good news for Manchester City. But then the Champions League top 4 for the next 3 list is still very much open as we speak. What happened to Liverpool today? Really? It's hard to explain, but it does look like Liverpool are struggling right now. But fortunately for them, they have won the title before the struggle or before the bad game starts. So they've already clinched the title. So upcoming games in the Premier League, though. Upcoming games in the Premier League for May fixtures. We have 3 games left. So let's run down quickly. Tomorrow is Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest, and it's going to be a big game for Nottingham Forest. And Crystal Palace is a party pooper in that one. Now, on Saturday is Fulham versus Everton to start with on Saturday, and Ipswich Town versus Brentford. Southampton versus Manchester City. Southampton already relegation bound and more or less the worst team ever in the Premier League in my own book, because this season was horrible as they did not perform at all. At all. No expectation were met by Southampton. They gave up early and they were packing their things when everybody is still hoping for them. Tomorrow, on Saturday again, is Wolverhampton Wanderers next Saturday versus Brighton's and Hove Albion. And AFC Bournemouth also to finish off with Aston Villa on Saturday match. And then on Sunday, to start with very early on Sunday, is going to be Newcastle United versus Chelsea. That is the game for top four. That is the game for top four. Anyone winning that game really has assured a qualification, has really put his name clearly on top four, because the two of them in sharing point at the same at this point in time, and so they have to go all out on each other to make sure that they get a win in that game. But it's a top four battle between Newcastle United and Chelsea, and also Manchester United on Sunday later after Chelsea's game. Manchester United will be hosting West Ham United, and Nottingham Forest will be hosting Leicester City, and Tottenham Hotspur will be hosting Crystal Palace. And later, to cut the game up for Sunday, is going to be Liverpool versus Arsenal. Liverpool versus Arsenal. Liverpool already ran away with the title, but Arsenal is still struggling and still fighting for the top four. That will be a game after they are meeting with PSG, which we do not know what the result will come out to be yet. But we are hoping for that one on Wednesday. So, but after that, Arsenal will be looking to travel to Liverpool for their next game. And that is the game for next week. And of course, we're going to leave it at that, because we're going to meet again before next week to talk about what the games are going to be like. So right about now, we are going to switch on to a conversation about the Champions League game, because Champions League game is coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday as the semis are gearing up. The first game is going to be between Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Okay, take it easy. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Inter Milan on Tuesday. Yeah, but the lad in the studio is having fun beating Barcelona on this game, but there's a loose ball easily won by Inter Milan there. But let's go back to Champions League. Champions League on Tuesday. And now these two teams, Inter Milan and Barcelona, are playing 3-3 at the moment. They will be looking to fight it all out between each other in that second leg. Inter Milan playing home, and that will be a difficult one for Barcelona. Nevertheless, but Barcelona is capable, more than capable of beating Inter Milan at home. But it's never an easy feat for Barcelona to go to Inter Milan to win games, despite the form at the moment. And the next game on Wednesday is a very big one between PSG and Arsenal. PSG versus Arsenal. PSG with a runaway winner in the first leg, beating Arsenal in that first leg with Dembele's goal. Dembele's, who did not feature when Arsenal meet PSG earlier in the Champions League, but this particular meeting in Emirate Stadium didn't go well, didn't go too good for Arsenal. They lost that game, PSG winning 1-0 with Dembele's early goal. But the second leg is going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be a different game. And the scary part for PSG is that Dembele may be in doubt. I'm not sure how serious that is, but he picked up an injury in one of the league games, and it does look like he's being considered to miss that game. But I think it's a mind game. Arsenal should be very careful, thinking that Dembele will miss that game. I think it's part of the mind game that PSG is trying to play going into that game. He might make it, but there is a concern currently about Dembele making that particular game. So, but I don't think Arsenal should be worried or should be counting on them What are you playing? This is not pro level. This is too easy for you, man. But on Wednesday, hopefully, we will know who is going to qualify in these games for the Champions League final, the ultimate Champions League final. All right, this is OGM News FC, and this is a presentation of the Football League Fest to just run down the highlights and the updates of the games during the week and during the weekend and upcoming games in the Champions League and upcoming game in the Premier League. And I will be leaving you to enjoy the game you're watching with the lads in the studio as I cap this part of the update. Thank you very much for listening. It is OGM News FM radio that is presenting this overall show. And at the same time, Football League Fest is a presentation of OGMNewsFC.com. So for your football news, stop by on OGMNewsFC.com for your football news around the world. Thank you very much for listening. I'll let you enjoy the football game on eFootball while we hang out here in the studio. It was easy for you, man. What's going on? This is amateur. Is it? Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're scoring 3-0. It looks so